So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give a brief overview of what to look for in terms of research. I'm going to run into a couple of, go into detail on a couple of the resources that we use, how to use them, the information that's useful to find. You're going to know the type of tenant that you're looking for, dependent on the strategy that you're searching for. So this really is just to really give you an overview of what we think, what we look for, what we think you should be looking for. But if you again have any specific questions relating to the research section, just drop the questions in the Facebook group and we'll be certain to come back to you. So moving on with research, there are a number of methods of research. Estate agents and letting agents are probably some of the best people to ask for local knowledge. Now, some of them might be a little bit frosty upon wanting to spend time with you, talking to you, if you're not going to bring them any business, but ultimately you are an investor looking to buy property. So, make sure that they know that. Look to build rapport with those estate agents. A great way of building rapport is to ask them questions about the area. Massage their ego a bit and just get them to tell you all about their knowledge of the local area. But they're really, really good sources of information, and they are on your side really. So estate agents and letting agents, perfect way to research an area. Now, also use your own local knowledge. So if you are local to an area, just make sure that you're sort of using that to its full potential, and then just expand on it a lot more by keeping abreast of what's going on locally. But also things like the good old-fashioned research, I call it, things like drive-bys, popping into local shops, popping into local businesses. Just finding out a bit more about what's going on in the areas that you're interested in investing in. The more knowledge you have, the better advised you are going to be in terms of the deals that you buy, especially those deals that are dependent on making a certain amount for you. Flips, for example, you really do need to know that you're going to be able to resell that property. So things like local amenities, all that sort of stuff is going to be very important with regards to resale value. Things like proximity to public transport links for multi-lets. All these things are really important to find out. Now you can also research online. So I'm conscious that some investors may not be local to the area that they're investing in. So what you can do is you can do a lot of online research for statistical analysis. So things such as tenant demographic, property type, employment status, home ownership status, all these sorts of things can be checked online. We use a tool called streetcheck.co.uk, www.streetcheck.co.uk. So in this video, I will go through how to use StreetCheck, how we use it, and just give you a bit of an intro into how it works. So StreetCheck's a really good one. Now, property networking meetings are also very good, especially if you're not local and you haven't got the local knowledge. What it's worth doing is popping to a local property networking meeting. One in the area that you're looking to potentially invest in, because inevitably there will be local investors in that room. And in that, what you can do, usually you get a 20-second slot to stand up and tell people what you're doing. So I would advise you stand up. You let people know what you're looking to do. You're looking to invest in the area. To be fair, you might even be bombarded by property sources looking to package deals for you. But the key is that you want to get to know the area. So you can ask them plenty of questions. The chances are you're going to have local investors in that room who can tell you a lot more about the area, similar to estate agents, really. And then one of the big ones that people kind of often forget but can be really useful are university student liaison departments. So the big reason for this, if you're looking at maybe students as your target demographic, your target tenant type, or even post-grads. Post-grads are an excellent student type. They're sort of still in the student mentality, so still want to live in house shares, but now they're potentially earning money. So they want to stay in the area that they were in as a student, but they don't want to live in student digs anymore. Maybe they want something a bit more fancy. If you're going for the more boutique HMO type tenant, then postgrads can be really good research fellows from the university, etc. So you're going to find out about those, and you're going to get your stuff promoted through those via the university student liaison team, also just the university administration team. Have a word with them, and then just see what they